Hi, welcome to Elevate Her Path. My name is Daniela, and in this video, we're going to be talking about, do you really know yourself? See, for a long time, I thought I knew myself, but I knew my ambitions, but not my desires. And that is something that really hit me. Recently, I've been, just learning about my triggers, learning about what happens to me emotionally, how I am in social environments, how I am outside of the workplace. And I really don't know that side of Daniela because I've been so focused on working, I've been so focused on studying, I've been so focused on those aspects of my life. And I've kind of forgotten the other parts of life that's worth living, because life is not just about work. Life is about feeling, life is about emotions, life is about discovering new parts of yourself every single day. And it's something so beautiful that God has gifted us with. Feeling, with love, with all the emotions, sadness, anger, everything. But I didn't know that for a long time, because I am someone who I think systemically, I think logically, that is who I am innately, I just think that way, right? But that doesn't help me when it comes to friendships. It doesn't help me when it comes to love. It doesn't help me when it comes to having fun. For a long time, I thought, okay, if I have fun or if I feel, then I am doing something wrong. It's taking me away from my goals, and that is not the truth. Because the goal of life is to be a healthy human being, right? It's not to have everything together. It's not to be the best so-and-so. It really is to live this human experience to the fullest. And that means feeling. That means understanding yourself. That means becoming more self-aware of who you are inside. Because if you don't know that part of yourself, you are not going to know what you want in life, and you're not going to run after that. And living like that is honestly losing the essence of true meaning, losing the essence of true life. And I don't think you want to lose that, and I know I so don't want that. So I think we should dive into this and how this all works and how we can start feeling more and emoting. It's all part of the human experience. It's kind of crazy that we can walk in life for years and think that we know every part of ourselves. But in reality, we are just hiding the parts of ourselves that we have not discovered yet. And those parts of ourselves are what make us beautiful, that are what make us human, are what make us real. And that is something that I'm trying to discover day by day. And that's what I want you to discover. Who are you really? What do you like? What don't you like? See, these are things I'm trying to figure out. I don't know what I don't like. I don't know what I do like. And it's exciting that I get to do that I get to learn and I get to feel and have fun and experience joy, experience pain, experience all these beautiful things. That is really, truly a blessing in life. It's so cute. There's a kid, he's spraying water from the window. I don't know, sorry. That's why I came on looking over there. See, it's how beautiful. And I have been thinking about this once again. I have been thinking about this recently because I've been walking with my brother, and I've been just, listening to him and his thoughts and how he thinks, how he acts, how he speaks, and how pure and beautiful it is, because his brain is not of an adult yet. It's not, okay, life's supposed to be like this. Because for us, once we're an adult, we think, okay, life's supposed to be like this. But no, life can be up and down, life can be this, life can be that. You build the experience. But a lot of us, we kind of put ourselves in a box and we think it has to be this certain way, and that limits us. As adults, I think we also need to enter into our child self, our inner child. Who are we? What are our triggers? What did we experience when we were little? What did those experiences do to us? Are the things that we struggle with because of those experiences? Are there the things that we are facing right now that come from our background or what happened to us as kids? It's okay to look back sometimes. For a long time, I didn't do that. And it did stop me from enjoying life, because I wanted to hide things that had happened to me when I was little. And hiding those things from the past, they're not going to free me. I think that's why sometimes you have to step back into it just to realize, okay, what happened here? What did I learn from here? What can I learn now? What can I bring into my life now that is going to help me? So one thing, for example, is, I'm going to give you just a big one. One thing I struggle with is love, or with boys, because I am someone who, when I like a boy, I run away from them completely. I'm an avoidant attachment, like full on. And it has a lot to do with my past. It has a lot to do with how I grew up, with my relationship with my father, relationship with my family. And I also didn't understand what love was, or what a true relationship was, because I have been so focused on my ambitions. I've been so focused on coding, on studying, and all this stuff, which is good because I'm setting myself up, right? Like financially. But life isn't just about money. It's also about, experiencing people. It's also about laughing and all these joyful things that we get to experience in this human life. And I don't want you to stop yourself from having fun, from feeling. You can reach all these goals and also have a life of your own. I think as work women, or as busy women who want to be successful in life, we put everything else on the back burner because we think that's what it takes. I believe it does for a period of time, but if you are so disconnected with yourself that you don't understand what you like, what you don't like, and all these things, then you are going to be lost in what other people say about you, because you are disconnected with yourself. And that is a dangerous place to be in, because you will be making decisions that do not come from you, but that come from others. If we have a healthy relationship with our emotions should help us be able to do more. They shouldn't limit us. They shouldn't push us back. That is if we have a healthy relationship with our emotions. Obviously, if you don't have a healthy relationship with your emotions, if you put your emotions over everything, then that is not healthy, and you will destruct your life, or destruct what you've worked for. That's where you need to understand, what is a healthy relationship with yourself? What is a healthy relationship with someone? What does a healthy friendship look like? These are things that you need to encounter in life so you can understand what is that to you? How do you define that for yourself? I think that's something that's so amazing, that as individuals, we get to experience life. It means, yeah, you're gonna make mistakes. That means you are gonna get hurt. That means life isn't perfect. It isn't a one-way road. That means people aren't goals. One thing that happened to me was that, when I had a crush or had something like that, like, I would see them as a goal, not as a person, because I thought, okay, yeah, logically speaking, of one person and another, they get together. Like, that's what I thought. And it's not true. There's emotions involved, and I can't believe I didn't know this. And that's why I'm telling you guys this, because if you're just like me, where we think about, getting these things done, we're going to be successful, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do that, and, you put everything else in the back burner, you kind of have these unhealthy relationships with yourself and with others, and that is not good. That is not good, okay? We see in the Bible, like, Jesus models this so well, because he would go into ministry, he would do his work, but right when he was done, he would withdraw. He would withdraw, and he would go to a lonely place, and he would talk to God, and he would also just reevaluate, recalibrate, what was going on, and just understanding himself and his relationship with God better. And I think that is a great representation of what we should be doing. Yes, we should be doing this big work, right? Yes, we should be handling this responsibility, but we need to withdraw sometimes and understand what is going on in ourselves. What is happening? What is Jesus doing within us? Stuff like that. We need to ask ourselves so that we can come back even better, because we're showing up fully. We are not showing up with one part of ourselves, because all of us is beautiful. All parts of you are beautiful, and you shouldn't hide them just because of past experiences or any of that, because then you will never live to your fullest. And that is something that I don't want you to do. I don't want you to hide yourselves because you've gotten hurt. I don't want you to hide the fun part of you, the funny part of you, the lively part of you. Don't ever let anyone stop you from having that part of you. How beautiful that you are quirky, how beautiful that you're funny, how beautiful that you get to do all these, fun things. It's so funny. This little kid's staring at me because I'm talking to a window and he thinks I'm crazy. So once again, it doesn't matter what they think, it doesn't matter what the kid looking at me is thinking right now. He's such a cute little kid. Anyways, but you get to be you, and that is so good. So feel those emotions, but try to understand how they try to learn how to use them for good. Do not let them control you. That is one thing. Don't let them control you, because it really can. But now they're all looking at me now. Now I look crazy. It's okay, guys. We look a little crazy and they're all calling me, but I'm okay with that. Hola. And the parrot came. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing. Whatever. Okay, I look very creepy and crazy. We're to continue. I'm so embarrassed. So, now that we understand that and we dove deeper, okay, I want to ask you reflection questions, okay? I want you to ask yourselves, what patterns do I keep repeating in relationships? For me, what I was repeating is that I was distancing myself from people because I didn't want them to know who I was, because other people that I let in the past, know all of me, they didn't like parts of me, and I felt like, okay, I have to withdraw. Oh, I have to shrink. I have to be a little bit, less crazy or less me. But those who are for you are going to be for you. And, those people weren't, and that's totally fine. But yeah, ask yourself that, what are the patterns in your life? What's happening when you are connecting with people? This is a big part of living. When you connect with someone, what are things that you are struggling with? What are things that keep on happening in those relationships? Because we are creatures of habit, right? So everything that we do, it's all a pattern. And if the same thing keeps on happening and if you don't like that pattern, then you need to change it. You have to understand where that behavior is stemming from. It's probably stemming from a past hurt. It's probably stemming from a past relationship that hurt you. All these little things, they all connect, and we have to open up those wounds to understand what happened and then let them go after, because you once you learned why you got hurt, you're able to understand how you can learn from that hurt and build a healthier habit, a healthier way of doing that certain pattern, so you could have better relationships, so you can have better friendships, so you can have these better things in your life. Next question is, when do I feel the most safe? And when do I feel the most anxious? Really ask yourself these questions. I had to get into it because I didn't understand what it meant to feel, really. I didn't understand what made me anxious, what triggered me, what made me happy, what made me feel safe. I didn't understand those things. And if I want to truly connect with someone and with friends, I have to understand those parts of me. It's all part of the learning. It's all part of the experience. And if you didn't know that too, don't be ashamed. It's okay you didn't know that. That's why we're here to learn together and understand that. Another one is, what do I avoid feeling because it's uncomfortable? Relationships are going to be uncomfortable because you're going to encounter things that work would not show you. A relationship reveals hidden parts of you, I feel. And, with work, you're just doing one little thing. You're doing the same thing every single day. So it doesn't really, confront anything personal from you. It's not personal. But relationships, it kind of is more personal, right? Because it's more intimate. It's more vulnerable. But you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. I know that's extremely hard, because for me, it's extremely hard. I don't want to show all my colors. I don't want to show everyone who I am. But if I want to have lasting relationships in my life, because that's what I see for myself, then I need to allow myself to be vulnerable. I have to allow myself to feel, and I have to allow myself to show all of me, because the right people are going to love all of me, and they'll love you too. The right people are going to love all of you. Your scars, your wounds, all of it, they're going to love fully. Mateo just came in, my little brother. Next question is, when was the last time that you let yourself fully feel something without fixing it? Okay, why is this thing calling me out? When was the last time that I let myself feel and I didn't try to fix it? I am a fixer-upper, okay? I am someone, okay, If this happens, then boom, here's a solution. Okay, this is a problem, here's a solution. Like, because in business, that's how that works. In work, that's how that works. But in emotions, in relationships and friendships, that is not how that works. I've gotten into several problems with friends because I tried to fix the situation because I assumed their feelings and I tried to make it better. But that person is going to have different feelings from you. It is not an object. It is not a business, okay? That person is a person. So you have to ask them how they feel. You have to allow yourself to feel. You have to not try to fix it always, because you can't always fix something. You're not going to be able to do it alone. You're not going to be able to do it alone, okay? Another person's feelings are involved, or for yourself, it won't be fixed like that, and that's okay. Life is meant to be imperfect. That is a beautiful thing. It's imperfect. How awesome, how amazing. Love that, enjoy that, feel that, allow yourself to feel. It's really hard though, I understand, because for me it's extremely hard to feel, okay? The only reason that I'm talking about this right now is because I'm reading a book and it's called Secure Love, and it's really opening me up to what it really means to have a relationship, what it really means to feel all these emotions that I haven't let out, I'm letting out now. And how beautiful, because I'm feeling more alive. I'm not feeling like a robot. We are not robots. But for a long time, I thought I was a robot, that I had to be this perfect image, I had to be this perfect person, and if I wasn't, then I wasn't truly living the successful life that I wanted to live. But that is not the truth, because that is not living, it's surviving. And surviving is not what God wants us to do. We are not meant to survive. We are meant to experience this life to the fullest and understand that it's okay to be imperfect, but continue on the road of being better every single day. That's the purpose of life. That is part of this journey. Last one, do I know what I need, or just what others expect from me? I don't know what I need. That's something that I'm learning right now. I'm learning what I want and what I need. But that's hard because, for me, I grew up not having that many friends. I'm someone who I can make friends like this, but I don't have that many close friends. And so I can morph myself into any friendship, any friend group. It's crazy. I'm a chameleon, I won't lie to you. And that can be unhealthy sometimes, because I can put myself in situations that I shouldn't be putting myself into. But I put myself into those dangerous situations sometimes because I don't know what I want. I don't know what I stand for. And for you to live in this world, you need to understand what you want, what you stand for, what are you going to allow into your life. And that is something I'm learning every single day. And it's have grace with yourself. Have grace for yourself that you didn't know this. Have grace for yourself that you didn't know you could feel. Have grace with yourself that this is your first time living. This is your first time experiencing life for yourself, not from your parents, not through the lens of others, not through the lens of, anyone. You're experiencing you're experiencing life for the first time through yourself. And that shows that you are growing. So have grace with that, okay? Have grace with these little things that you're learning every single day about yourself. I promise you, in a year, you're not gonna be the same. I'm not gonna be the same. You are not. But how awesome that we get to evolve every single year. We get to change this awesome, feeling people. Emotions are cool. Do not try to neglect your emotions. If they are unhealthy and they're stopping you from reaching your goals, then yes, I think you should neglect some of them. But if you have put them on the back burner and you just become a robot, that's where it becomes really unhealthy. You have to allow yourself to feel, and that's what has happened to me. If you're ambitious, that is probably happening to you. You are most likely avoidant attachment. You are hyper independent. You're all these things, which are good. But you also have to allow yourself to live and do the things you didn't think you would do. All that stuff, okay? That's part of being here. So yeah, and my closing message is learn more about yourself. Who are you? What are your dislikes? What do you want to encounter in this life? Don't just talk about your work goals all the time. Don't just think about your work goals all the time. And I get it. If you have to pay for that bill, you're obviously going to be thinking about that. But also leave some space for understanding more of you. What hobbies do you want to do? What new things do you want to try? What new people do you want to meet? Okay, you think that boy is cute? Go say hi to him. Don't run away. Stuff like that. Live, enjoy. be. I really hope that this video is helping you reflect on what you need to work on. I know that I need to work on stuff, and this, like discovering this really helped me. I'm learning new things every single day, and that's what I'm gonna be sharing on here sometimes, and I want you to elevate your path. You are meant to become better every single day, and that is not just in your career, but in your relationships, in your friendships, in yourself. And so learn that it's okay not to be perfect, learn that it's okay to feel, and learn that it's okay to be you. Okay, well, I think that's all I have for you today. I think that's it, okay? See you guys next week. Bye.